Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's underscore back again to the root of today. And we are it's one-on-one live coverage that's going to be coming to you live. As many people before we just go much of the estimations and go where we want to go here. Straight to the point because we have much of the things to online. And if the first time you're watching this kind of the video, settle down and never skip the ads so as you can just move together as a team one-on-one. Kudos for everyone who's been tuned and logged here so as you can just make it happen. Because today you have much of the things to reveal and put it and to the ecosystem of today, because much of the people have been talking about Ogin to tell us the story about Dorina Irisha, tell us the story between Mayunguno, what's really happening to this kind of the people. Guys, this is the valid response and the story about what is really happening, because today we are going to analyze and know that what is really by faulting and what is not really by faulting to our own affidavit of the day. And to here I am, it's to the villa, which is talk about the G Castle live here, and we want to make sure that everything is ongoing, the fundis are there, everything is put in consideration. The concrete gutter is already placed there, and we are waiting for it to dry up as we're going to be starting the formwork in this kind of the pillars here, so as you can just have a very good and unorganized veranda. So I see at the backyard here, I'm going to be having some warmth coming from my backside here, because of some burning of some of the materials here that were gathered from where we are just paving some way at the backside here to make sure that everything is so fantastic. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. As much of the things will be coming to you as I can just spot the fire is now starting to fire, and we're gonna be hearing twa 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 twa, not the tear gas of yesterday. No. It's something so meticulous here because we want to conserve the environment. And whenever they say about whenever you burn the soil, it's going to be conserving you kill some earthworms there, or you kill some of the pathogen that are aerating the soil. But we have to do it because the tigana nago gotana guys. But I have bad. So guys, as the way and the work is ongoing here, I have much of the story to reveal between Dorina Irisha. What happened to Dorina Irisha? As you saw yesterday, she was in DCI, which is the director of criminal investigation, and they were talking about much of the things because it was a mzungu from outside there and started calling her and to make sure that they want to antagonize her, and they needed to make sure that cucumberization is by faulting. And this kind of the person started talking about you're gonna be needing some of the nude photos, so as this kind of the lady gonna be doing it, but not knowing that this kind of the lady sometimes she doesn't understand some of the much of the English, and even communication sometimes is a problem. So whenever you want to go in such kind of a period, that's why you see much of the things are not getting all. And she was talking about this kind of the person called her, and she started flirting, talking about this and this. The guy was forcing the love to come, and you want to force a person to be horny. I'm not understanding some people how they want to make this kind of the things to run, because when you are calling some people and talking about, I want to flirt with you, I want to do this and this and this and this, even if you are a mzungu, yes, we understand, as we are individual human beings that do understand that this kind of the things do happen. And the fire is now firing here, and I'm feeling it here, but we have to make sure that I'm warming my back as I'm warming you wherever you are, so you can just enjoy and get the vibe one-on-one. So guys, this is how it was going, and Dorina Irisha got some of the missed talk about the calls, and also she got much of the messages, text there, talking about if you don't allow me to do whatever I want to do with you, you're gonna be finding it rough. So Dorina Irisha yesterday, and she went to Directorate of Criminal Investigation, so they can just go there and talk about who is the guy who is making sure that you want to antagonize her with an improper honation and improper cucumberization, which is you have to trigger yourself. Throw some lanes there so the girl can just know that, even if you are not the fire is firing here, I'm feeling it from the back. And everything is so fantastic, but that's why you see Dorina Irisha was just scared, because she knows whenever Gint will just know that you are doing some of the caterogetic things which are not coming out clear, you're gonna just find it rough. Because of what? Because of this kind of the insanity that came out. The ladies started doing it, the ladies doing that one. Here. Now it is becoming to me here. No, I have to move. Exactly. Here we go. So that is what is now coming out clearly. and she was just claiming about, you know what, I don't want that kind of the things. But the guy was ever forcing to make sure that this kind of the lady is sending some of the photos there, or flirting with him, and making sure that he gonna be even promising much of the fake promises. If a person promises you, oh, you have seen Ginty's building, you have seen Priska Sagati's building, you have seen much of the people are building, and I want you to bypass your brother. You understand it? How now the language is going to be coming. I want you to bypass your brother. He's just hanging there and there and there and there. I want you to make sure that you are bypassing him, and make sure that you are now becoming a very real one unto the village. And the real fact is the guy was promising so many promises that were to lure this kind of the lady into a trap, which is now going to be sending some nudic photos so they can just be getting money. And this kind of the lady was told that if you don't do it, things going to be coming for you, and going to be coming for you. And you understand, for a lady to be told such kind of the things, she had to talk about, oh, no, I have to deal with this kind of the things properly. So that is the aim of much of the Wazungu. Not that they are all, but some of them are coming out like Martin. They are so crooked. They are so troublesome. They are so stupid. They are so illiteracy. And they think about, oh, everything can just be coming out. They're going to be coming to their own affidavit, going to be coming to their own things that they want. Maybe I want this kind of a thing, I want this kind of the thing at a horrible manner, or a horrible thing that, okay, why can't you go and ask? Let it be spontaneous. Because we know it's not only that the Mzungu is breaking with an African, it is there. People do break out. And the real fact, you have to go stranded to the gauge. And even this kind of the lady, you know, she's coming from interior of Tanzania, and she's living in Kenya, not even authorized. So whenever you want to bring some of the sarcasm here and there, it might bring some chaos. And these are the words that they're always using, talking about, you know, you are not from Kenya. If you don't agree with me, I'm going to be making sure that you're going back to Tanzania. So such kind of the words, they're now intruding to this kind of the lady and becoming so hectic thing. And that's why you can see even during Asia, she's not acting perpendicularly. So that's why you can even check after all the things, she got the number, and she left the number to the DCI, so it can just be done the investigation. But what are we talking about the DCI of Kenya? What are we talking about the Kenya Police of Kenya? They're just there for the sake. Whenever you go with your case, it will just be going to hang there. There's no response. And they still have, oh, you have gone there. It's just going and signing and showing yourself that you have gone to the DCI. But to the real fact, there's nothing going to be coming out as an answer, as they know that if they cannot trust this kind of the number, it's going to be this and this. And also they charge you a lot of money here in Kenya. If you're going even to report such kind of a case, they're talking about leave this kind of the money so as you can just buy a data. Imagine in Kenya you are told that we want to buy data bundle so as you can just track this kind of a person, or we want to know where this, or we shall have some of the calls, leave money so as you can just have some calls. So here in Kenya everything is possible. So no one should just come out and cheat you that, oh, this kind of things are going to be by faulting this one, this one. Sometimes it's a very crooked thing. So as for her, it's a better thing that she has done, because talk about somebody to come and intimidate you. That's why I always talk about sometimes we are ever been intimidated with the Kenge Fraternity, and talking about this and this and this and this, and much of the things they always talk. And this kind of the person was ever talking about, you know what, you are always in that kind of the family, you know, it will just by fault your life, it will just do this and then this, some of the irresonant things. So you have to make sure that you are accepting me to have this and this, stop this kind of the young boys here. And you know, as far as everything was in concern, Dorina Irish was ever flirting with Maja KE, you understand? And they were just making sure that they were even getting out some of the episode. I don't know where the episode went, Maja. Where the episode went, bro? I need such kind of the episode now to start, so as you can just tell us how is the love now after the while of breaking up for a while. Now you have reconciled, you have come together. Tell us how the things wanna be going. Tell us how this kind of the person was ever coming to antagonize your this kind of the partner, and how are you going to uptake it? Is that kind of a series? Is it going to lure you that, oh, this kind of person, was she holy and were you holy? And tell us how the things wanna be going. And we were just enjoying, even me whenever whenever I was, before I could just join the YouTube, I was ever looking at Maja KE. And even one day he told me that, oh, bro, I want you to go with you and to the fish ponds there. I want to do some 2-3 things there. I was about, oh, my friend, we can just go. There's no problem about that one. So to the real fact, I was ever enjoying such kind of the flirting and also the, we can call about the romance videos, how they were coming. I have gone here. The mother is not coming. So, you know, a person who made this kind of the things to not come out clearly. And even the beef was created between Maja, KE, Dorina, Elisha, and also Mayuguno. So they were having a little bit of a problem in terms of engaging themselves and accepting each other. Because Mayuguno was accusing Maja that I don't want you to walk with my sister. I don't want you to see you having some videos with my sister. And Dorina Elisha was asked, are you comfortable with this kind of the gentleman? He said yes. And that's the time now you could just see some of the things happening. Like Mayuguno, or talk about Kenge Firstborn, doing such kind of the scenario of even going ahead, hitting Dorina, and talking about, I don't want to see you with Maja. So such kind of the things we want to know. How did the life go? Why did you stop? Did the brother do this and this? So as you can just give us the real concept about how the love was, and we can just talk about, oh, Maja now is coming out the same episode telling us, you'll just get much of the people and attention, and even you will just be my own, I will be so attentive to understand how the things went. And to the real fact, because I saw one time, Maja was ever asked with Kenge that, Maja, are you really serious in love with Dorina? And I talked about, how is this kind of the things happening? So I was waiting for Maja to say something. And to the real absence of the day, Maja said that, yes, I was in love. And I can remember that statement from Maja. And I know that Maja was really suffering when the Kenge Firstborn appeared and told him that I don't want to see you with my sister. I'll do something bad to you. So they are just always in such kind of a way. Whenever they see that this kind of a person, and it's a real habit of Kenge, whenever he sees that this kind of a person is now improving in terms of the views, people are now accepting the content and going on with it, they come out and talk about, no, you know, now I don't want to see you. It's the same habit. And to the real fact now, I started to talk about, oh, Maja, but Dorina, she's mature enough. Is she a minor? Talked about, no, you know, you have to accept how this kind of the families come. So sometimes you can talk about, okay, they are friends, yes, but they are controlled. There's a person who is controlling it to happen. But to the real absence of the day, look at the Kenge Firstborn. What is he doing? Always flirting with some of the ladies, beating them everywhere, going even to the center, beating them everywhere. So it was rampant, rampant, and everything, such kind of the things. And to the real fact is, it's not something that we should come out and talk about, oh, you know, my sister, she's older. Dorina, she's not a young lady. She understands, she's understanding, and even for her to open a YouTube channel, she's understanding herself. She knows who to cucumberize and who not to antagonize her. You understand me? So to the real fact of the day, you can talk about Maja KE. This kind of the video gonna be to the Maja. Maja, please come out some of the videos. Tell us, how did it go, and how are you going to flirt? Even you're gonna be starting it again, and tell us about who is now going to antagonize your property. Tell us who is going to make sure that your property is discovered before you discover it from your collusion. You know, even we have the breaking of land. So if you want to break the land and you start a house and you leave it at the lintel and you come back to continue, we will not allow anyone to come and start it without you not being there. So you start, and that's the point. So whenever the person went, now you're coming back. So you have to talk about, now this is how the things want to be. And guys, watch our videos here. We're going to be having amazing content here and there. And so you can just make sure that everything is coming out clearly. But the real fact, it was a mesmerizing content that was coming out clearly. So this kind of the person, even right now, I know Maja is obsessed. Who is this kind of the person who is coming to antagonize my girl here? Who is this kind of a person who wants to bring some intimidation to my lady? And I will not accept it. But due to the real fact, if that kind of the person could be in Kenya, merger could be there with an immediate effect. But due to unconditional circumstances, that this kind of person is from the overseas. I don't know which kind of the country specifically, because I'm gonna be having some data at the end of the day, because we have to collect the data. The NBI, we are always in the data, so it's gonna be coming and they're gonna be having the number too. So as I can just know that, oh, this is the person who is bringing some shenanigans. So to the real fact is we have to move forward. But sometimes the people who are just always overseas, some of them they want to make sure that they're coming in a force. You know, sometimes you can discover, yes, an African, like a lady, whenever you talk about, I'll send you $100, I'll send you $200, I'll send you $1,000, she feels it. And the first priority that they put onto is their mothers. They want to make sure their mothers are living in a very good background. And that's the real fact. But to the essence of the day, whenever a person is coming and talking about, you know what, I want you first to do this and this and this before I could just send. It's becoming so like now you are just joking with her. So that's why you can just take Dorina, she's now awake, and we need such kind of the ladies to be awake. Not a person who, oh, I want you to go remove your clothes, remove your underwears, and make sure that you kick some of the photos from the talk about the hidden agenda, and make sure that you are sending me, I'll send you some money. It's a little bit of a girl who is delightful, and she can discover and she can know that this is wrong, this is good. But if she could have not come out clearly and talk about this kind of a person is humiliating me, this kind of a person is intimidating me, and report such kind of the issue. So as whenever it will come again, it will talk about, I have reported the issue, and this is and this and this and this are ongoing, and we're going to be making sure that we're going to be updating you next. And to the real story about Mayugno, right today, we have a problem with Mayugno. Talk about Mayugno now. He's in Tanga, in Tanzania, and is just flirting there. 2-3 things. He has a travel because of some of you can talk about somebody has get them to vacation, and they're enjoying themselves. So one day I saw a video from Chef Matiko. Is one of my mentor who ever talked about, you know, Chef Matiko, whenever he was working with an organization, there's an organization they were working with. I was during that time, I was part of the program. Even though I was sponsored during that time, even I was receiving some of the shoes, some of the clothes, and Chef Matiko doing that. I was admiring this kind of the boy and talking about how is this kind of the boy understanding the English, knowing 2-3 things about the English, and even he can hear from how the Mzungu is talking, and he can translate to the Africans. So I was mesmerized. I was talking about, oh, if I can get even me one day, I'll get such kind of a platform so that I can communicate with the Mzungu also and understand how they're just talking about talking from the north sometimes. You gentlemen, our women, you understand how some people, they talk like the nose are not nosing out the sound. So they talk like you will not understand it properly. Like now the aged muse, the aged people, they talk the language that for you to understand it's going to be a problem a little bit. So to the real fact of how it was, Chef Matiko talked about they are some of the scammers in Nyabuhanse, and most of them they're YouTubers, and they are making sure that they want to scam even whatever is going not be to be scammed. What am I talking about? There's a house that Chef Matiko built, and most of the people think about it was his. It is reflecting exactly with the one I'm not understanding why Chef Matiko is becoming now this way. He could have told us very early that this kind of the house I'm building, it is not mine, it's for somebody else. And even me, I went ahead and asked, hey, Chef Matiko, I admire the house you are talking about, and I admire the house that you are building. How can I get a plan? And who can I use so as I can just make sure that my own things are going well? He proposed to me and talked about this is the engineer you should go with. And that's the engineer he took. And he even talked about, you know, bro, that kind of a house, it's so good for you too. And that's the same structure I'm having. And the same, but it's a little bit bigger than the Chef Matiko that he'd ever built. And now you're talking about, you know, it was a tender that some of the Mzungu was coming in talking about, oh, I want to build this and this, you know, this and this and this. But to the real effect of the day, now I've come to conclude that it was came to realize that it was a tender that Chef Matiko took, and he was now doing such kind of the construction, showing people how the construction is, putting this kind of an engineer, removing this one here, putting this one here. So I was talking about, oh, this kind of the house is so fantastic. So I was mesmerized. But the real effect now coming out clearly and talking about, there are some of the people who want to by fault. They want to make things look crooked, like the Kenge firstborn. He was ever promising that, oh, you know, how can we scam this kind of the people? How can I get such kind of a tender so as I can just, you know, always the Kenge drivers, the Kenge firstborn is always talking about, you know what, bro, even me, I'm a mason, I can do it, I can get such kind of the tenders, so how can we eat from such kind of the tenders? So that's why you see some of the people are not mad. And even Chef Matiko, for now, is becoming a history. Because I don't know if next time they're going to be going hand in hand, because now he has just talked about this kind of the guy called the Kenge firstborn, and is from the Kenge Fraternity. I think people now are becoming so wise, because if you don't put this kind of the things out, they're going to be coming for you. They're going to be coming to eat you again. And to this kind of offense, I talk about I'm always becoming and bringing an effect to the society. Because when I talk about it's a high time for us ourselves, not talking about this, the person who is the legend of the family, the legend of Nyambwansi, the legend of Ronwe, so it can just be controlling, so you can just go there and praise and make sure that is the only person who can understand things. But the real effect is, you can see Chef Matiko has also talked about, no, this kind of the things you should not that bear about, oh, it's because of Kenge, oh, I have not to go to Kenge because I will speak to this kind of the people, I'll bring out. The following day you'll see now Kenge going to be coming to alive and talking about, I don't want Chef Matiko. That's the only thing that we are just waiting for. And why is it happening that way? It's because Kenge doesn't want anything to be put outside, because of this kind of the people or the men are doing so anarchic things, things that are awkward and throwing people to pogrom. And what about if the deal could have been made? And they always talk about we need, but the real effect of the day, they cannot come out clearly and talk about themselves that, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that one. And that's why you see much of like the Kenge Fraternity, it's now falling, because now that's kind of, we can call it the kingdom is falling. It's falling rampantly down. Because of what? Because of their arrogancy, their insistency of how to scam. And the real effect of the day, now Chef Matiko has come out clearly and talked about it, on how this kind of the people should be maintained, on how this kind of the people, whenever they are just coming out to tell you this and this, you should understand themselves, should understand that this kind of the people are this way, this kind of the people are not this way. So to the real effect of the day, I'm going to be coming out clearly to tell you what is now coming out from the village, which is the village report one-on-one, and much of the things are still coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Here we are at the G Castle, and we are making it happen. As I'm going to be starting with thank you to everyone who has been contributing and making sure that Gintu is building the G Castle here, and it's looking so awesome and wagwan at the same time, as we're going to be making it happen once and for all. We are ongoing with the procedure and also the construction of the G Castle, not yet stopped here, and we have much of the things still to go on with, because today I have very many steels already are coming to the spot here, and you can check onto this kind of the position. We have much of the steels of yesterday. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So one is already gone, so there were 10 yesterday. So here we have much of them. So today we have much of the steels here, the steel rods here. These are the D10s that we are having, and we are having a lot of them. Another one here, the D10 steels here, and they're so fantastic. Still more to go, because we have 70 steels at the spot right now. We are losing 70 others. We have a half, so we are going for a half. For the people who are talking about Ogint, we have to make sure that we are putting you forward, and we are praying for you. Thank you very much, and also contributing. I really love your effort and making it happen, because it has not been so easy for us to make it for today. We have like 70 still to go, and also we have like 50 cements still to go, and we are making it happen, because you have seen we have some of the round poles that we're gonna be having. Right now we are using these timbers for the roofing, because they are tall enough, and you know, guys, to cut some of the trees, like these ones that I've just cut outside here, they are so expensive here in the village. Like this one's here to construct a house. Do you know that these ones here, they can construct somebody's house and finish it, the semi-permanent, this one. And there are so many here, and they are so big enough that we're gonna be installing here we can call it the upstairs veranda, and you can just see how the pillars are so tall in a manner that from this kind of the position until the far end of the top, it's 12 feet and points. So it means that we shall need very tall and long poles here that will just be used as round poles to make sure that the boxes are being hit here properly. And it's an ongoing process, because today they are finishing out with we can talk about the concrete gutter, because it's now falling from this side here and going to the far end, because water gonna be going to the far end, because of we want to put there some of the underground water tank, and also we're gonna be having the tower for the water, so as it can just be used inside the house. So I'm going to be going up. Here we are using a ladder, so as I can just check on what is really happening to the top side of the G castle here. It's 1-on-1, so I have to balance the ladder so as I cannot fall down, because the falling is very easy from the top. Wow. So here we go, guys, and let me come to the top side here and make it happen. Wow. Yeah. Fantastic. So is it dry to be? You can step here. But it is dry a little bit, eh? So guys, this one, it was just placed here yesterday, but it is hard, eh? Yeah, it's hard, yeah. So what about the person who is watering it? It's just pouring water. So is the water coming this side or that side? Oh, it's coming to this side, eh? Exactly. So guys, this is the concrete gutter. For the first people who want to know about the concrete gutter, this is how it's just made. We wanted to make sure that it's pouring water where the dog is sleeping to this side of here, but we saw that it could not work, so that's why we just channel it to the other far end, and you can just see how it's just made, and everything is so fantastic. So right now it's gonna be bringing water to the far end of here. I'm gonna be stepping to my wall here, so I can just walk onto my hole here, so as I can just access to see what is really happening to my brother here. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Everything's good?
Everything's fine.
You are enjoying your day here?
Yeah.
So you are finishing up?
Yeah, I'm finishing the gutter.
So what about if I step inside here? I wanna fall down?
No, trust the process.
I trust the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's conky, so you have to be so fantastic whenever you want to do it, eh?
Yeah.
Exactly. So guys, they are now finishing it up from the far end, so as the water can be flowing. How many inches are you putting in?
It's like
6 inches?
No, 150 mm.
150 mm. How many inches is that?
That is 6.
6 inches. Yeah, that's what I talk about. It's like 6 inches here. So even the slab that they pour up to the roof is the same?
Yeah.
The same 6 inches?
But there, you increase like 180, almost 200 mm, which is 8 and 9
feet.
Inches.
Oh, inches, eh? Yeah. So this water gonna be thrown to the far end. Exactly. So you can just check it here because it's even showing that this water gonna be draining. Guys, we had to shift it because somebody talk about why couldn't it pass through here. Guys, through this kind of the place here, we have a window there, and we could not risk water flowing into the window. That's why we just made sure that we are cornering it a little bit so that it can have a corner on top here and be pouring water to the other side. So for how long does it will it just stay here so as we continue watering? For how long?
It is supposed to stay like 10 days.
10 days?
Yeah.
So 10 days of watering also?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long so as you can just remove the formwork?
This formwork? I think
2 weeks?
no. probably 80 days.
80 days.
Yeah.
Or it will have always dried. So the only thing is watering daily. Twice a day.
Even thrice.
Even thrice.
Because this thing is very sensitive.
It's very sensitive. That's why you are using very concentrated cement.
Yeah, in fact.
Yeah, guys, you can just see. It's like a cement only. It's being used here. And more stone, less sand, and more cement.
Yeah.
Exactly. So guys, this is how everything is looking like, and this is our concrete gutter that we are having here one-on-one. So we're gonna be making it happen as we continue vibing today, and making sure that we're gonna be getting the real points that we're gonna be coming out with, and I respect and I trust the process as we're gonna be making it happen, and everything is so secure. And now the next stage, this the top handman, that is top mason who is here. And from now, the concrete gutter, where next?
I think you are heading to the slab.
Oh, you're heading to the formwork of the slab. Yeah, I'm going there so I can just show you the formwork of the, because I've brought already the round poles there, and we're going to be needing much of the trappers, so as you can be using in terms of concreting that area. Going to be holding there the cement so that it can be so fantastic there. So now you're going to be doing the formwork, which is around a week. How long does it take?
It takes like a week.
Like a week?
Yeah.
Having a formwork only?
Yeah, having a formwork.
Exactly.
Probably it can't reach even a week, but I'm suspecting like 5 days.
Yeah,
we'll be
5
done.
days there.
Yeah.
And now to have now the final day of concretion.
Yeah.
How many people will be there in terms of concreting?
More like 15 people.
Like 15 people.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is how the work is ongoing, guys, and very, very soon we're gonna be concreting the far end of the slab, and after concreting, we're gonna be now releasing ourselves that we're gonna be starting the roofing.
After that slab, now next is the roofing.
The roofing and increasing that wall. Exactly. So guys, everything is analyzed. Let's make it happen, because we trust the process. As I see here, they have a process of withdrawing. How is the concrete coming from down, man? Or I wait and see.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, you are withdrawing like water.
Yeah.
Oh, let me check on it. So this gentleman here is waiting for it. So it has been concreted down there, and you can check one of the top handman is there concreting it to make sure that it's gonna be coming out clearly. So it's just putting them onto the container as it's gonna be coming out here like safari rally. So it's just withdrawing it like water. So here it is coming. Fantastic. So they pour here. So you have like less than 30 minutes here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very highly concentrated. So guys, it's a work of slowly, and small, and we're gonna be happening it here. So we trust the process and we make it happen. As much of the things gonna be going one-on-one and making it happen here. So I'm gonna be going down as I'm ever walking to this kind of the rooms here. The cubes are so many here, and also that's the bedroom there, having like 6 cubes there. So some people talk about, Gintu, how many cubes are here? So many, and this is the main room, and it's now. But guys, I see that I could have already concreted the whole house, because I don't see that it's having much of the hectic time, but let's make it happen here, guys, because we have decided, because it has not been so easy, and much of the people are still talking about, oh, Gintu here, Gintu that, and now, guys, people are still now talking about, now they have now known that Gintu is now the real G, and the real G is in me, and we are going to be making it happen. So that's why you see even the slab here is very, very meticulous and so fantastic. So as I move to the far end, I'm gonna be showing you. Much of the people are asking about, oh, Gintu, where are you talking about the slab gonna be? So this is where the slab, because we have this kind of the pillar, and we have the far end, and the ones that are rotating. So we're gonna be having to slab this area from this kind of the brick here, and going to attach onto the pillar there, and going round. So it's a bigger area that we're gonna be now walking on top, and it's just gonna be having the same size with this this kind of the concrete gutter, and because it's coming from this kind of the brick here, it means that even this brick is the one that's carrying the concrete gutter. So the concrete gutter are gonna be after being formulated here, guys, as I'm gonna be ending up this kind of the video, as I'm just coming out from the G Castle here one-on-one. So I have much of the things to entail here, because we have the pipes here. They are called PVC pipes here, and this is the biggest PVC pipe that we're gonna be using to drain water from the top side of the concrete gutter to the bottom, because I brought this one here, then I refused and talked about that kind of the gutter. It's so big, and water that are gonna be collected, they're gonna be so huge, so you cannot rely on this kind of the two. And I talked about we can put them too, yes, but to the real effect, let's use this one here that I went and purchased here, because it's the one that will make sure that things are coming out clearly, because if you rely on the smaller ones here, they might have the water blockage, and the water blockage, whenever it's there now, it's gonna be coming out of the gutter and now accessing to the house, which will be so fragile, bastic to the house effect. And that's why you see we are now having them here and contained here one-on-one. We have extra some of the extra stills there that are still ongoing, but to the real size, guys, you can see this kind of a small wall here, this kind of a small wall here. Some people are going to be asking about what is this wall going to have, guys. It's going to be having like a concrete like a gutter that's going to be making sure that it's not bringing water to the window, so that whenever it rains here, it cannot come to this kind of a window that's staying here. So it's going to be coming from that far end until that end of that, so as you can just have a very good shape looking of the house whenever you are coming from the downer area. And this kind of the triggers, we have much of the plans about it, because it's so fantastic, as you can just check it and we can just build here something. And after everything, we're gonna be making sure that this area, it is arranged well. All the firewood will go where necessary to the kitchen, and also I will just construct here round in this kind of the bigger tree we have here. I'm going to be constructing round and leaving a small paveway here, a small one, that are going to be having a fish pond that are going to be aligned onto this kind of a wall here, as people just whenever they want to walk this kind of an area, it's going to be coming from that area, then it will end up here and start from this area here, ending up to the corner that will be of ornamental, and also it's going to be of the tilapia fish that are going to be coming out from the G Castle. And this tree going to be creating here like you can call it a gazebo, a very good gazebo that we're going to be having some lights all over this kind of the tree at whenever we are going on. But guys, you can support Gintu to make it happen, because we are having dreams to make them happen, and from the way we are making it happen, and I appreciate for everyone whose effort is put in place to make it good. And this kind of the bigger hole here that is acquiring water, this kind of the water, it's very essential and effective whenever we want to have fish farming here. And I'm going to be bringing some of the fish which are catfish, or you can use tilapia fish, to stock them here, and we're going to be having a bumper harvest, as it's one of the things that we're going to be having here and making them happen whenever we progress with the day. And the people will just be having natural food that will be coming from my own farm, as I'm still ongoing to construct here a very big hole again that we're going to be acquiring. Whenever this water is full, it's going to be draining to the next water here that we're going to be having now a bigger fish pond that we're going to be constructed, and we're going to be holding much of the fish in this kind of the section. To the far end, we have a septic tank. Talk about a septic tank at the far end that is still there and it's persisting, so it's going to be holding like an area of a pathway, because it's so strong enough. And here we're going to be having like a very squared or a rectangular fish pond that we're going to be harvesting fish. And this is how water going to be coming to this kind of the segment, and we're having much of the cow dung coming from there, accessing this kind of the pot. Whenever you start this kind of the water, it's greenish like this one here, and whenever it comes here, it's already synthesized, and now the fish will be eating whatever it's produced from that kind of the area of water. So everything is so fantastic as we go on with the process hours of daily, and I appreciate for everyone who's being there and tuned and making it happen, because this kind of the people of Stofalis here, which are the bricks here, they have already took one of the field out, and these ones are still sun drying to make sure that they are getting the dryness which is required of them. So they have already counted. Whenever you see this kind of they have already counted all of them, but tomorrow we're going to be going in, as tomorrow we are going on with the brick formulation. We are not still ending of the brick formulation, but still we are going on with it. And also you can check we are running out of bricks here. This is the only bricks that are remaining here, because they cannot even go so further, and that's why I talk about we are having much of the time here to make sure that the bricks are coming out clearly, which is one on one. There's no much of a hesitation with the formulation of the bricks here. So to the bricks that have already been arranged, these ones are already arranged. We are now at 2,000 there are 2,876. So we are requesting for, there are about 3,000. So we are more to go, like 5,000, so as you can reach 8 and arrange them here in a kiln, so as you can make it happen, and ongoing with the other processes of the day. This is my popo, guys. I talked about if you want to make sure that the popo are becoming so good, you have to remove this kind of the stuffs here, so they can put some of the popos. So if this kind of the stuffs are still persisting in this kind of the popos will never come out, or the fruits will never bear here to this kind of the popo plant. So you have to remove this kind of the small we can call them like suckers that do come out, and that the ones that are making the popo not to have or to bear some of the fruit. So you can see how they are just congested inside here, and they take room for the popo not to come out. So this is how the agriculture entail to the village. So much of the people should know, whenever you see a popo is not bearing some of the fruits, go check this kind of the small suckers that are coming out, and they're the ones that are making the popo not to come out clearly, or the fruits not to be bared. So they are taking the room where the popos gonna be coming out from. So that's why we have to remove them and make sure that we are leaving the popo to go on with their duty of coming out clearly. So I'm going to clear it, and next time whenever I pass here, you'll find that this kind of the popos, they are now big, and they were lacking much of the nutrients that we're gonna be having in terms of the growing posture. Wow, let me take them out, and next time I'll just pass here and show you what is really happening to the popo here. Fantastic. So the popo can just relax and have a good moment and cherish. Wow, fantastic. So the popo is so fantabulous. Let's wait for it. The next moment we're gonna be looking at it. Very, very fantastic. So guys, thank you very much for you watching the video from wherever you are. I really appreciate your effort and you becoming one of the subscribers. So guys, I'm leaving to St. Angela Girls, so as I can just go there and check what is really happening to the ladies, because one of our sisters sent me money to go and pay for the fee of the ladies that were chased home because of the school fees, and they were just at home because of some of small money. So the last time I paid for, I have cleared for, I'm going to clear for their school and make sure that everything is so good until next year. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, as I'm just heading there to check on what is really happening and what is coming out clearly from this section we are. My dogs here, they don't leave me. They are so huge and so fantastic and lovely. So I appreciate your effort, guys. Let's go to St. Angela Girls and check what the ladies are passing through and what is the life in the school.